According to Chaney Jackson, new information has surfaced in the death of Tyrone. Dro Davis Jr. Gilchrist County police reports were released, detailing the altercation at the cabin, the timeline, and the changing stories. But here's the question no one is asking. Is any of this actually new? Polo went live this morning to address exactly that. And what he revealed about the investigation, what he's known for months, might change how you see everything you just heard. Polo started by making one thing clear. The Gilchrist County reports that everyone is now reacting to. He's been there. He talked to those people. He visited the cabin himself months ago. I spoke with the district manager for Papa John's and for the hotel. I also went to the cabin myself. I already knew who the property manager was. I already knew who the people that were there. I had already been there. I had talked to these people, multiple people. While others are just now seeing documents, Polo says he's been ahead of this story since the beginning. He knew about the argument. He knew about who was calling who. He knew about the timeline that doesn't add up. How would you know about what the argument was about if Dro didn't call you? Two things. Either you were there or Dro called you. There's no in between. One of the biggest narratives pushed online is that GPD did nothing. Polo says that's simply not true. They filed subpoenas. That's why it was time for the official video footage to be released. The police did what they said they would do. He pointed out that the footage people are seeing now isn't new. It's from the beginning of the investigation. And if you listen closely to what the police said in those recordings, you'll hear something important. Remember what the police said about the hotel. Remember what they said. They went to the hotel. They filed subpoenas. So why is this only coming out now? Polo's answer is simple. Timing. The police did their work. They just didn't broadcast it on social media. Here's where Polo's analysis gets uncomfortable for some. He says the family had opportunities from the beginning. They knew about the cabin. They knew about the argument. They knew about the timeline. But instead of lawyering up and filing motions, they stayed on social media. When you knew this and you knew the property manager tried to get y'all removed, you knew you needed a lawyer. You needed motions to be filed. You needed subpoenas to be served. What you need a PI for? He's direct about this. If the police weren't giving you what you needed, the answer wasn't a private investigator. It was a lawyer who could file subpoenas, a lawyer who could force access to footage and documents. At that time, you needed a lawyer. You don't need a PI to investigate something that's told in front of you. They're blocking you. If you feel like they weren't getting you what you needed, then guess what you could have done? Lawyered up. Polo also addressed something that's been whispered about for weeks. When Dro asked his daddy to come get him from the cabin, when he called his daddy, he didn't call nobody else. He asked his daddy to come get him. Maybe if you got your bag and came and seen about your child like you say this is about, then just maybe your child would still be here today. That's a difficult question, but it's one that's been sitting underneath the surface of this case for months. If Dro called for help, why didn't it come? Polo isn't accusing anyone. He's asking what everyone following this case has wondered. Maybe if you got up out your bed when he called, maybe a lot of things would have been different. Here's where Polo put his credibility on the line. He issued a challenge. $500 to anyone who can provide evidence that GPD did nothing in this investigation. I got investors right now that'll pay y'all $500 if y'all could bring evidence, documents, and 24 hours that the police didn't do nothing. Bring me the evidence that the police ain't do nothing. He's confident that no one will collect. Because the police did file reports. They did file subpoenas. They did investigate. Maybe y'all need to stop lying on the police too. I talked to some of the police, and they ain't even aware of some of the things being said about them. Polo made one thing clear. If Lulu ever goes down, she's not going alone. If you ever thought that Lulu was going to go to jail and it was just going to be Lulu, you had to be out your rabid mind. He's not saying Lulu is guilty. He's not saying she's innocent. He's saying the evidence will determine who was involved. And if the evidence points to others, they'll be held accountable too. So where does this leave us? Polo has consistently said he's not taking sides. He's not defending Lulu. He's not defending the family. He's defending the evidence. The Gilchrist County reports are now public. They confirm the altercation. They confirm the timeline. But Polo is asking a different question. Why is this being treated as new? If the family knew about the cabin argument, if they knew about the call for help, if they knew about the timeline gaps, why was none of this acted on months ago? Why was a PI hired instead of a lawyer? Why were subpoenas not filed while evidence was still fresh? These aren't accusations. They're questions. And they're questions the family hasn't answered. The police did investigate. The evidence exists. But the window to act on it may have already closed. Now the question is, who will step up and demand accountability, not just from GPD, but from everyone who had a chance to act and didn't? This is true Crime Unraveled. We're not here to take sides. We're here to follow the evidence. Share this video. Keep asking questions. And stay tuned because this story isn't over. Drop your thoughts in the comments. We read every single one. Justice for Dro.
It's a beautiful morning today. Beautiful evening. We just politicking in the real world, man. Sometimes we gotta come back to the reality realm on what's real and what ain't real. Consumption is a motherfucker, man. Sometimes we gotta understand that we be just absorbing and digesting information instead of fact checking and doing our own homework. Couple things I want to speak about because we crossing bridges now, and I know we racing against time, and being the fact that we racing against time, everything that I prophesized that would take place is taking place. Everything that I said should have happened. Y'all understand why. See, when I told y'all that I was way ahead of them, I'ma check my inbox. When I told them I was ahead of the game, that's what I meant. One thing I learned about this life we live is that a lot of people take things as a game or a joke. And people don't know how to be straightforward and be real about certain things. But I had just wanted to drop in. I had wanted to politic for a minute and talk to the world. Because, see what the problem is? The problem is that people feel some type of way because they didn't receive certain footages before everybody else. See, the thing about it is, I told people a long time ago, it's not about what degree you got. It's not about what accomplishments you have. It's not about what certificates you got. It's about who you know. Everything in this world is based on who you know. It don't matter how the blogger get it. The bloggers got it. And I have told y'all time and time again that I've been ahead of y'all, way ahead of y'all, and I said certain things for a reason. See, but I wait until receipts get dropped. See, I keep telling y'all that it don't matter who posted. Hell, I could have had a lot of information, and guess what? I could have passed it on, passed the videos on, or passed whatever on, and therefore it's posted. You know how y'all was saying y'all gave me information, but then y'all turn around and say I was lying? Well, you know, Polo know a lot of people. Let me give some people some things. But what I give gonna be facts. It gonna be hardcore evidence. Things that was said that you can't go against because you said it. People get mad this morning or get mad and make posts about what people think. No, people don't think nothing. These words came out your mouth. This is what you said. There go the video footage to show what you said. There's nobody lying on you. See, the thing is that people file these motions and the people tell them to wait on it. Some of us don't have to wait on shit. We already ahead of you. See, nobody got it a long time ago or whatsoever. And I told people a lawyer was needed. I wasn't just making an assumption. I wasn't making a thought. It's because I'm already ahead of you. See, y'all thought that people with tattoos, background, record, and all that stuff there. See, y'all use that. See, y'all profile. And that's the reason why I tell y'all, when y'all focus on one specific thing, y'all profile. If you profiling somebody, man, and not paying attention to everything else, then you miss the bigger picture. You see how y'all switched up and see how them people went against me, their profile, his background, his record, and all this. So you already feel like I couldn't accomplish nothing. There's nobody who want to speak with a convicted felon. He's a criminal. See, that's where you went wrong at. See, my family is real big, and my extended family is even more bigger. And the thing about Polo is, Polo know how to build genuine bonds with people. It's up to that person to fuck that bond up. But Polo ain't gonna fuck that bond up. I'm not. I'm gonna keep it all the way genuine until you play. The reason why I posted that video is because the first thing I want to talk about is the reason why I posted that video with the lady and I took the veil off her face. Because at this point she don't care. You know what I mean? She preposterous about her being paid, and then the fight that people insinuated that she was paid and Mom Blight was there. And people were like, well, why you and Mom Blight fell out? Well, there go the proof right there. That's the receipt. That's the timestamp. And that's the reason why I don't look at Mom Blight the same. Because if you genuine and you real, bro, then you gonna keep it P. You was there. You was there. Now you can't dispute you was there. You can't dispute that you was the one asking questions. You can't dispute that. I was there for discernment, to pay attention, to evaluate the truthfulness in the statement. But I already felt like it was some type of truth to her statement, because I didn't go look for her to sit down and coerce no statements. I was minding my own business. We was already doing something else and looking for something else. And she came looking for us because she seen us. The most genuine thing you could have did was you could have just said, you know what, man, I understand a lot going on this internet, but I was there with Polo and all y'all saying Polo did this. That's not true. That's not true at all. You know what I mean? That's what the right thing to do. But instead of doing the righteous thing, you show the world that you're not righteous at all. You show the world that you went against Polo. Went on these people posters like you just all for them when you knew they was lying. You knew they was lying because you was there. This is chestnut chuckers. The reason why that the face was covered up from the beginning, it was not because I didn't want people to see who it is. It's because the daddy was supposed to come up to Gainesville and take that person to deliver her statement or whatsoever. So therefore, it's on record. It's on file. That was their job. It got to the point where my Blight was supposed to make sure that she got took there. Neither one took place. Neither one happened. Tyrone never came up there. My Blight never took her. So here you is. Here come Polo. Like, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? I don't want to just be sitting here doing everything, because guess what? If I'm doing everything and nobody else is around and nobody present, have no knowledge, you know how easy it is to say that Polo orchestrated everything? See, that's what they started to do when the truth started coming out. They started saying Polo orchestrated everything. So that's why I always call people, and that's why I always try to have somebody there. Somebody there, because I know how dirty the game is. And I know how sometimes when you really go digging for answers, you find out things that people don't want you to find out. And then people start to, hey, man, that ain't true, man. I don't know what that nigga on, man. That nigga did that. He had to pay these people. All type of allegations start coming. See, but what they didn't know is that, this is another thing they didn't know is, that I had already spoke with the district manager for Papa John's and for the hotel. I also had went to the cabin myself. That's why I already knew who the property manager was. I already knew who the people that was there, because remember we posted about other people was there and them people should be talked to. Remember we posted these things, we talked about this on live. I had already been there. I had talked to these people, multiple people. The funny thing about it is I had already knew that the property manager didn't want them on their property. You know what I mean? That's why you kept, if you go back to my lives, I kept telling people, I say, listen, you know what I mean, this is a college town. These people don't want this type of attention or whatsoever. They don't want this. They have already say that they don't want this type of shit coming to the news. It's people that going to school here. They don't want that. So it's a certain way that you got to handle this. It's a certain way you got to handle this. That's why I stressed a lawyer is needed. I expressed these things to these people. I expressed it and told them a PI is not needed. You need a lawyer. You must file for a lawyer. If you want to do anything to go against what has transpired, you're going to need a lawyer. And I went in details. But you know, it went in one ear and not the other. Not knowing that I was sitting, I was waiting. Because this where real loyalty come in at when you in a partnership. This where the real loyalty come in. And I gotta stress it because I gotta educate people on why Polo made his moves before I get to where I'm going at. It's because the simple fact is that when the property manager choose not to allow them access to certain things, you know, you got a certain time frame to file motions or subpoena certain things. That's why when you went into that video, if you watch the video, and you gotta wait, because normally I try to wait until the official receipt is dropped. So you gotta wait until it come in. You gotta wait until the footage come in before you really can speak on it, because you want people to be able to see it for themselves. Regardless of the people in the comments, I see them. Polo, you done spoke on this already? Yeah, but not a receipt there, so I'm going to speak on it in depth and the reason why. So therefore, you'll know why Polo spoke on it early before the receipt came. So when people made it seem like, oh, the phone calls, a lot of things wasn't talked about. Remember the conversations, how the dispute, well, how Polo knew about the dispute and this and that. Well, you know, even though certain people try to avoid saying certain things, Polo had went ahead and put it on blast. And that's why it came about, well, hey, listen here. This right here ain't accurate about this cabinet. What you're saying about this cabinet, when you showed up, when you was there, this is not accurate. What you said and what I'm seeing is two different things. According to Gilchrist documents and names that's here, certain things ain't making sense. But the name of that girl, the name that's on that incident log sheet, is the same name of the girl that was at the Gilchrist when y'all was with y'all, when y'all was talking about when the police was asking y'all questions. them two names match. They correlate with each other. Both of them, the same name that was on that log sheet from beside the bridge when the police did what they did, and the same person that was mentioned there was the same person also in that video in Gilchrist County too. So you gotta make it make sense and show the pattern and why certain names were brought about, how certain people came in and what role they played. So when people went about their business and started saying that, oh well, this car wasn't there, it wasn't but one car there. Well, do you know that the police, well, you don't gotta say do you know no more. The police filed subpoenas. So when y'all was saying that the police didn't do this, police filed subpoenas. That's why it was time for the official video footage to be released and dropped and posted on the internet. It was just time because so much lies had been spurred along that it was just time to go ahead and get the video footage out there. Because then you can argue about it. You can dispute it. The police filed subpoenas. Remember when the police said inside that video and they were like, well, the police said, I don't think it happened here. But then they said they were going to the hotel, but we could file a subpoena. File a subpoena. This is what the police said. This is what the police said. We file a subpoena. Gonna file a subpoena to get certain things. You don't think them subpoenas were filed? You don't think anything was put in? You don't think that he actually looked in something? You don't think them people were actually paying attention, watching, evaluating? That's what they was doing. That's what they was doing. See, the thing about it is, so, hold on. Brooke Ellis say, Polo, I have one question. Before you went against the same people, before you knew the fights. So, hold on. Polo, I have one question because you went against the same people before you knew the fight. So what you saying? Well, if you've been paying attention, or what's your, from the beginning, I told them, even when I spoke on Rena, I said, Rena, you should do the right thing. When I spoke on the mama, do the right thing. If you left your son here and did this, then you should do the right thing. If the girlfriend and she left him on the side of the road, what's up? She need to be held accountable. She need to do the right thing. The whole point was for them to do the right thing, to tell exactly what happened and what transpired, based on the information that was provided, based on everything that came from Felicia. Based on everything that came from the gorilla, based on everything that was provided, or whatsoever, people felt like, well, you know, if this what it is, and this what's being said, and this what's being presented, well, shit, you wrong. You wrong, and the right thing need to be done. The right thing need to be done. The right thing must be done. So feeding off what they provided and feed off what they gave to the world, you would think that everything these people did was wrong. Everything that been transpired was flawed. You'll have you in a train of thought that you want to focus on one person. So therefore, you trying to get information out of one person. But I was never focused on one person. I never was focused on one person. Never. I always told people it's always pieces to the puzzle. Just like any investigation that go on and people start digging and looking for things, you got to figure out who the players is. This is chess. You figure out who the players is. And sometimes you got to leave a piece right there in order to come back to that piece. Because at that present time, that piece looked like the best move might have been here. But in reality, if you sit back and look at the board, then you realize that you had another move you could have made. But rushing, you would do a lot of things wrong. No, the right thing wasn't the PI. It wasn't the reason why it wasn't the PI because they had already knew everything. I'm telling you, they knew. If you knew that the police you knew that they ain't want to allow you on the property. You knew they had got you removed off the property. When you knew this and you knew the property manager tried to get y'all removed and y'all wanted certain things to transpire, or what's up, and the police wouldn't override that, then you knew that you needed a lawyer. You needed a motion to be filed. You needed subpoenas to be served. The police there. What you need a PI for? It was told to the police. It was told to the police. What you need a PI for if it's told to the police in front of you? What the PI going to go did for? You're not allowed on this property. I don't think nor mean this here. I don't feel this. I don't feel that. I don't feel this. So therefore, you need a lawyer. At that time, you need a lawyer to file these proper motions. You don't need a PI. You don't need no PI to investigate something that's told in front of you. They're blocking you. They're blocking you from access. They block you from certain things. If that's what you feel like. If you feel like they wasn't giving you what you needed, if they feel like they wasn't giving you what you needed, then guess what you could have did? Lawyered up at that time, filed the right motions, filed a subpoena, and got what you needed. Just like they got warrants or whatsoever, you know what I mean? If it's private property or whatsoever, you might need to file a motion or file a subpoena in the gain access. Just like the law officers, I just can't come on their property without filing a motion. I can't just come on their property without the judge's signature. So at that present time, you don't need a PI. What you need a PI for when you need a judge's signature? What you're saying, Brooke Ella, don't make sense. Maybe they do have a lawyer. Do you know this footage is old? What you think? This is new? This is when they went there in the beginning. What you think that's most recent? You just seeing this. What you think this is? Do you think this is most recent? Do you think that this video footage that you saying just happened? Do you think it just happened? Do you think it just happened? Do you think that they just went to Gilchrist County? Do you think that? Maybe you should find out when this call was taken. Maybe you should find out when they talked to the police. And then when you find out when they talked to the police, when this scenery, when this scene happened, when you find out when this question and investigation happened, and then you come back and comment up on this live. Because guess what? When this happened, if you would have filed a motion and lawyered up and filed a motion, you would have filed a motion, then you probably would have had access within a reasonable time frame. Bro, Ella, move on. Go on. We done talking. No, I mean, and it's just sad. It's just very sad, and it's so ridiculous that people, y'all just seeing this footage. Y'all just seeing this. This didn't happen. No, yesterday, last week. This ain't just happened. Y'all just seeing the footage. Y'all just seeing this. So all the time that you've been knew this, all the time you've been knew this and was aware of this, when it happened, you could have been had a lawyer. You could have been had whatever footage or access to this property that you needed. But you didn't. Just like when Dro asked his daddy to come get him from the cabin. To come get him from the cabin. And he didn't come. That's not a scene where, that's not a thought. We've been had these conversations. Me and Tyrone been talked about this. Been talked. That what led me to go to the cabin myself. My blight went, but I went by myself. Dro asked his daddy to come get him. If he a righteous man and he real as he claimed, then he should be able to tell you what Polo said is the truth. A righteous man, a real, genuine man be like, man, you know, he did call me. But that ain't the only person that Dro called. Hell, y'all heard the phone call y'allself. How else anybody know about what the argument was about? May I remind y'all now, pay attention. Polo don't have no reason to make up nothing. I've been ahead of y'all a long time ago. This is not about taking something and running with. This is about fights and transparency. How would you know about what the argument was about if Dro didn't call you? How would you know about anything that transpired between Lulu and Dro in that cabin? Two things. Either you were there or Dro called you. There's no in between. Make it make sense. That's why the footage is there. So the bad boys can't take nothing and run with it and say, oh, they just making something up and this and that. No, ain't nobody making nothing up. See, when the evidence started being presented, and then you go back and look at what people said, that's when you be like, damn, man. People knew the whole time. Damn, man, the whole time people knew. People knew about the argument. People knew about who got unblocked. People knew about what happened on the phone. Well, the only way you know them things, I told y'all, the chess, not chuckers. And everything based on timing, because you let people lie. You let them keep on lying. Let them keep on lying. Because eventually, when they release this footage, which they did, because it's not about what degree you got, it's about who you know. When they release it, then I'm going to see, can you still stand on them same lies? I'm going to see you can stand on them same words that you said when it wasn't no evidence and everybody thought it was just word of mouth. And it was just rumors. Whoever Brooke is, Brooke, you a bad bug. Nobody praising Lulu. The part y'all missing is nobody praising Lulu either. I told y'all from the beginning is that y'all be so focused on Lulu. All my real followers, I told y'all, think like the person you're trying to find. Become that person you're trying to find. If you're looking for a criminal, you think like one. If you want to see what's going on, you think like an investigator. If you know something ain't right, think like a detective. You know how when, what that bald head nigga named Steve Harvey wrote that book, Act Like a Woman, Think Like a Man, or To Catch Your Man? The same thing. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. So, when it came out and said, oh, the argument being transpired, Dro could have, if people would have acted right then and time, when people called and people told them what was going on, if people weren't just so caught up in their bed, if people were so caught up in their bed or caught up in what they was going on, maybe they would have gone on the road. When people called and told you it was a problem, when people called and told you that something ain't hitting right, they were going on. When you knew the frustration, you seen the tension level. Maybe, if you would have got up out your bed when they called you, when he called his daddy, he ain't called nobody else. When he called his daddy and asked him to come, he ain't tell the caller to come get him. When he told his daddy to come get him, maybe if you got out your bed and came and seen about your child, like you say this is what it's about, then just maybe your child will still be here today. Just maybe. Maybe time would have paid the cards differently. Maybe a lot of things would have been differently. Because it's just like this shit going on right now. When it come to actions and speaking, just like when it come to you telling the story and networking and being the voice for your child. Because the mama didn't ask for it to come to the internet, y'all brought it to the internet. But since it came to the internet, the only person been speaking is Felicia. That's it. But it's really about your child, and it's really just about your child. Then you will be that main voice speaking. Main voice, boots on the ground, the main person leading the race. You will be the general. Everybody else will be the people behind you. Everybody else will be the people behind you. But as you can see, even today, even as time go on, when people be asking them same questions, oh man, why? Why the person ain't? Why we don't never hear him? Why he ain't never saying nothing? Why the girls always speaking? Why he ain't stepping up? Why he ain't doing that? And then people have that remorse and say, oh, he grieving. Well, we know what grieving consists of because, hell, that shit done hit the internet too. That done hit the internet too. Cause grieving don't come with all the extracurricular activities either. It don't. It don't. And then people be like, oh man, oh well, guess what? Well, hey, listen here, Polo gonna continue to speak. You know why? Cause every time Polo speak, he bringing something with it. He ain't just running his mouth. He just ain't talking and having people follow along. No. Go watch the video yourself. Go watch everything. You hear the police talking. But y'all think that just happened. y'all think that just happened. That's in the beginning. That's the footage from beginning. From the beginning. From the beginning. From the beginning. Know what I mean? And then y'all try to make it seem like, oh, Polo saying Lulu innocent. I never said that. I never said nobody innocent. I never said nobody guilty. One thing I did say is this case demands full transparency. And instead of paying attention to one person, you must pay attention to the whole scenery, everything. Because if you think for one chance in your right mind, if you ever thought that Lulu was going to go to jail and it was just going to be Lulu, then you had to be out your rapid ass mind, if that what you thought. But the thing about it is when people start digging for information and pulling up answers and then looking at the footage themselves before people get the opportunity to change the narrative, because that's why the footage is always, that's why receipts is always important. And that's why I always told people transparency, receipts matter, because receipts tell the true story. It tells the progress of the people, what people really were doing versus what people saying. The receipts, they always matter. The police always go by them receipts when it come to black on black crime. They always. So when everything was going on and everything was transpiring, I told people straight up, you got to draw the line right here. You got to draw the line right here. It's too many inconsistencies. People like, oh, you went for him, yeah. You see what's going on now? Everything that I have said about the car, the people that were present, know what I mean, the witness, or whatsoever is being discredited. It's being removed. So as a person who brought these people into this atmosphere, as a person who brought these people into the picture, as a person who brought John Doe in, as a person who brought these cars in, as a person who spoke on these people's names, as that same person who spoke on them people, I gotta be that same person to challenge people when they try to discredit them same people that I brought in. Remember, I spoke on them people. So to leave it out there and be like, well, you know, Polo said they about that person and they saying that ain't right. They saying they lying. Well, what Polo supposed to do? Sit back and allow you to discredit what Polo said when Polo know it's a fight? It don't work like that. It don't work like that. I don't know what world y'all came in. I put John Doe here. I put John Doe there. Felicia confirmed who John Doe's real identity was. So to allow people to discredit the cars, the pictures, the people, and sit back and don't say nothing. And when my followers sat back hours listening to me, bring these people in, break these people down, to sit back and watch somebody take that and destroy that with a lie, I'd be damned. I'd be live every goddamn day to challenge their ass. I'd be damned. It don't work like that. I don't know what world that. Man, you don't see, shout out Kendra Johnson, mama, man. Big shout out to her, man. I will be heading to Georgia tonight, man. I will be heading to Georgia tonight. Shout out to Kendra, mama. Know me straight up. Shout out to that lady, man, because that lady been going hard. That every day, man, that lady on her live, she present evidence, she present facts, man. Shout out to the lady that's on her team, man. They really putting in work, boots on the ground. And regardless of how many years it have been, these people present facts and real evidence.
These people are pretend they ain't leaving nobody in the blind, man. Every corner they turn, every twist they bend, or what's up, they got you right there with them, man. Shout out to that lady, man. And some point in time on my course going to Georgia. I'll be going to Georgia tonight, man. Some point in time in this period, man, I'm going to make my stop, man, in that county, man. I'm going to make my stop in that county, man. In that county where the Kendrick Johnson movement started it, man. So shout out, man. Trolls, man. We got a big meeting on me in 99 Chambers, man. But shout out to that lady. I just want to take a break and say shout out to that lady, man. Because they been going hard. They been going hard, put boots on the ground, and they ain't letting up. So, hey, but people had ice and wonder about this video footage. And I told people, man, be patient. I told people, be patient. I left them off at certain areas, and I told them, I'm going to sit this right here. And in due time, you're going to remember why I put this here and told you we're going to get back to it. And that's what we doing. That's what yesterday was about. That's what today about. This about people that thinking that people just listening their live and coming back and recycling information. Child, man, I've been so far ahead of y'all, don't make no damn sense. I've been so ahead of y'all, it don't make no goddamn sense, man. Y'all so far behind, man. But one thing I do want to say is, if you pay attention to that video, remember what that police said. Remember what the police said about the hotel. Remember the police said they went to the hotel. That's what the police said. Remember that. Remember that. And remember how people say that, oh man, hey man, I seen him inside the hotel. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. And sometimes, see, and then people come on the comments and be like, oh, you saying the same thing? Well, you know, that lady just said the same thing, and she broke it down to y'all why she said the same thing, because it's some people just tuning in and probably missed the evidence that was presented a long time ago. And y'all were there, yeah, you right, I'm glad you. Speaking of, man, sit your ass down some motherfucking well, man. Sit that wishy-washy ass comment down some motherfucking well. Time is of the essence. Time is of the essence. But I will tell you this right here, and I promise you this right here, you're going to see it in real time. This shit show is about to come to an end. It's about to come to an end sooner than people think. I promise you that. Just pay attention, watch as the days come. This shit show is about to come to an end, and all the bullshit, and all the dragging, and all the other shit, and all this shit here, man. People doing this, doing that, all that shit going to come to an end. Man, I don't give a damn. Hey, listen here. I start answering the phone too. If a man tell me I'm wrong by not going to go pick it, if a man telling me everything I did wrong in his fights, hell, I might stop answering the phone too, because I'm going to feel guilty. I'm going to feel wrong. If I know I could have did things differently, I know I could have moved differently, I know I could have had my boots on the ground, I would have did things differently too. Hell, I would have stopped answering the phone too for a man who told me I'm wrong for trying to get some pussy instead of doing the right thing for your child. I'll start answering the phone too. I'll make it seem like that too. That's why all that evidence hit the airwaves. That's why all that hit the internet. Because don't make it seem like it's about you stop talking. I told you, you dead wrong. This supposed to be justice for your son. You too busy trying to drop your nuts. You trying to get some coochie and get some money out of female. You're right. I guess I would stop answering my phone too. If another grown ass man telling me everything I'm doing wrong, and I'm telling the world that I'm trying to find answers to my son, you damn right. I guess so. I guess so, man. I guess so, man. I guess so, man. Hey, if that's what you want to say I'm mad about, well, hell, at least I'm mad about things I presented. I'm mad about things that I could show. I'm mad about things that how people, you know what I mean, people went this way because of what I had showed them or told them. I'm glad I'm mad about things that I actually had proof and evidence on. At least I'm not mad about something that I think I'm assuming or allegation. Nah. Now, that's why I keep telling y'all, receipts matter. So when people say you mad about something, oh, that shit, that what they say I'm mad about. It matters. Consumption. Word of the day is called consumption, man. Consumption. That means stop allowing your body to digest words, people, things, and places without doing your homework. Consumption. Stop allowing bullshit to come inside your brain without cross-examining and seeing what's truth and what's false and what's what has been altered. Consumption. Watch what you consume. Why would you allow to come inside your brain to alter your thought process about people? Do your own homework. I encourage everybody to fight check, do your own homework, cross-examine. Hell, you know what I mean? You seen the police, so I don't think too much cross-examining to do. You can't really ask them no other question because they said what they had to say. You don't really got to ask the property manager because he don't want to talk to them. But I can go talk to the property manager. And that's the thing about life is, man, you got to watch who you handle. Watch who you handle, watch how you deal with people. You know what I mean? You got to come at people as a threat. You got to come at people like you really genuine looking for answers. And you trying to find out things about what really took place. Don't come at people with your phones up and your cameras record. Because people don't always want to talk to you with the camera recording on them. People would rather have a genuine conversation with you. A genuine conversation without you recording. Without you record. That's why you don't see no video recording of me talking to the district managers. You don't see no video recording of me talking to the property managers or anybody at the cabin. Because people not comfortable. People not comfortable. You know what I mean? Being recorded. And sometimes people ask not to be recorded. And I have no choice but to respect their wishes. You know what I mean? When they put themselves in a situation that might bring harm to them. So you won't see no video recording of that. I can't give you that official stamp. That's why you see the video from the police and all that stuff there. So you get an idea. You get an idea. So therefore, when people say certain things, you be like, well, you know, the police did say this and police did say that. You know what I mean? When it comes to the district manager and all that, you just got to make a sound decision on what you believe. Like, well, you know, I feel like Polo did go talk to them people based on this. Or, nah, I think Polo just capped out. And whatever way you go with that, I understand. I'm not even mad at you. I'm not mad at you. Or whatsoever. But what I will tell you is exactly what been told. And that's why I'm able to say that you can't bring me something. You can't bring me that. Or you can't tell me you seen that based on the conversations that I had directly with certain people. Or you can't bring me this and they're going to show that based on what I have already seen. Based on what I already seen. And to me to post a video of me talking to them directly or them showing me something is to put their job in jeopardy. See, you could take what I'm saying right now and run with that, because guess what? All they got to do is say, yeah, I ain't never showed that man nothing because you don't have no evidence to support them ever showing me something. This is chess, not checkers. Chess, not checkers. But I tell you one motherfucking thing, I could put that money up and say what you can't show me and what you didn't see because I know what I seen. I know what I seen. I know who I talked to. I know who I dealt with. So that's why I'm so easily able to put the money up and tell you, prove me wrong. Got 72 hours. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Bring it. I'm waiting on you. Bring it. Bring it. Oh, man. Bring it. And once again, all the people talking about Polo mad about the PI. Man, boo-boo, hoo-hoo. Man, you don't get it. You might need to go to my old page. When I've been said transparency is necessary to get answers. You got to be prepared for the answers that come. Just because the answers might not work in your favor. You know what I mean? Just because it might hit close to home and certain people's name may come up. You got to accept that. Because guess what? You told the world that you don't care who involved and who had their hands in it. Everybody need to be held accountable. That's what you said. Everybody need to be held accountable for what happened. To what you alleging happened. Everybody must be held accountable. That's what you said. So when different names come up, and people names come up, and it's there to support what's being said, and people openly tell you that were present, then you gotta take that for what it is. All that talking about, oh man, I don't think this. Well, you know, it's not about what I think, it's about what's being presented. What's there? What's there? And I always tell people, man, it's not about what you think. It's about what you can prove. It's about what you can prove. The evidence. What you can prove. I could prove everything that the police said. They still got y'all thinking that the police ain't do nothing at all. Do you believe that? Bad boys, do y'all believe that? Once again, I offer $500. Hey, listen here. We got a whole campaign, man. I got people that's investors. They willing to put up $500, man. I got some investors right now. They willing to put up $500 if you could show me some document saying the police did absolutely nothing. I said, I got investors right now that'll pay y'all $500 if y'all could bring evidence, documents in 24 hours that the police didn't do nothing in this investigation. The police didn't do nothing at all. I don't give a damn about what they said. I said, bring me the evidence. Bring me the evidence that the police ain't do nothing. I don't know how much longer I check the clock. A lot of this shit meant to be public information. A lot of it meant to be public records. But to say that the police did nothing, didn't follow up on nothing, it's preposterous. Maybe they really need to start being transparent. Because at this point, they lying on the police too. Hell, I talked to some of the police, and they ain't even aware of some of the things being said by them. I told them, I said, y'all ain't aware of what's being said by y'all? Y'all ain't aware of none of this? Y'all so? I had a conversation with somebody on the phone. I told them, man, I'm going to Gainesville. I'm going right to the police department, and I'm going to go talk to the police. I'm going to ask them if they're aware of some of the things that are being said about them not doing nothing at all. Went right on down to the Gainesville Police Department. I say, sir, are you aware, detective, is you aware that what being said, that you ain't do nothing at all? Is you aware that you didn't file no reports? Is you aware that people saying that you never filed no subpoena? Is you aware of any of this shit here? Is you these people on the internet saying that you never did nothing? You just sat here on your desk and you ain't do nothing. Well, can you show me something they did? Because they said you did nothing. Can you show me something they did? Can you show me anything they filed with y'all? Can you show me the meetings? Did they show it to the media? Can you show me something that they did? Since they saying y'all ain't do nothing and everything on y'all. Can you show me the part they played? Can you show me the part? Can you show me this? And guess what I said? Man, I'm going on Facebook. I'm going on Facebook in the morning, and I'm going to tell them people I got $500. Hey, man, y'all have a blessed day, man. Y'all have a blessed, beautiful day, man. And I always remember this right here, man. When it comes to anything you got going on, man, make people stand on business. When it comes to anything you care about, people you love, people you dealing with, make them stand on business. If people tell you something, man, make them put action behind their words. Don't let people tell you anything. Don't let people sell you a dream. Anything you're doing in life, man, make people stand on business by. If people tell you they're going to handle up, they're going to be there for you, make sure they be there for you. If your boyfriend tell you that he going to take you shopping, make him stand on business. If your girlfriend say that she going to do all these things and all this right here, make her stand on business. Stop allowing people to come in your life, activate your spirit, and they ain't standing on business. Time is valuable. Peace is valuable. But something else is more valuable. When you got something that's personal to you, you stand on business. Anything that's personal to you, you stand on business. And regardless of who rides up against you, regardless of who go against you, regardless of what people say and how many people speak bad on your name. When something is personal to you, regardless of how big the war is, you get out there and you fight. Regardless of how many people tell you to stop, you keep on going. Because it what's personal to you ain't personal to them. They may give up. You might keep going. So stand on business. Stand on business. Let it be a prime example how people will go against you. But mentally, you got to be prepared for it. We live in a world that we is conquered by spiritual warfare, and you got to make sure that you ready for it. Suit up. Be ready to go to war. Be ready to go to war. When you step inside this field, man, and step inside that zone, man, you got to be ready. Because the enemy coming. And they're going to try to conquer and destroy. But it's always the chosen ones. This world is full of chosen ones. Chosen people that are designed mentally to fight any battle, any war that the flesh throw at them. They prepared for it. You got people out here that's covered in the blood already. They would have been broke, been folded. But you got people that's really covered in that blood. And regardless of how people feel and how people think, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody should be, oh, and I already know people in screenshot the live, sent pictures of the live, and that's cool. That's all good. One thing about it is, and two things for sure. Drop them receipts on the floor. Drop that motherfucking proof. Too much talking been going on. Too much talking going on when it comes to justice. Too much talking going on when it comes to stand on business. Too much talking going on. You see all the other movements? You see these people that's really fighting for justice? Tell me why in the hell. Tell me why in hell. When you look at them people fighting, them people bring full transparency. Because that's how you unite a nation. People ain't trying to stay local in order to get the attention you need. If you really want big justice and you want to do your big one, you be transparent on the highest scale, because that's how you grab the nation. That's how you grab the nation and bring the right people in. That's how you get the right people involved. That's why them people be full transparent. That's why them people don't hide nothing. That's why. Because when you seeking justice, you can't keep certain things from the law. You can't keep certain things from the law. Because guess what? You not being full transparent. And then when they find out certain things, they start questioning your own integrity. What your motive is. Oh, these people been knew this. Why they ain't say nothing? Oh, whole time they got her doing this and doing that. And these people know this right here, know that. Oh, this person sucking this person related this person. Then the police start taking a step back. And that's when they come tell you, if you want our help, you want us to assist you, then you need to be completely honest with us. You need to tell us the God honest truth about what's going on and what you know. That's when they hit you with that bomb. And at that very moment in time, you only got one opportunity to do the right thing. You only got one opportunity to keep it transparent and keep it all the way real. You only got one opportunity. Because at that very time, when you choose not to, you no longer credible to this investigation. You are no longer a source that they relying on, because at that time, your word is questionable. Your word questionable. One thing about it is, man, when you going against the system and you already know where the speed bump at, I don't need a person to come in, look into it. I already know what I'm supposed to do because it's already in front of my face. And what's in front of my face is that I must be transparent and keep it all the way raw. I must keep it real. Sometimes, man, we live in a world where people protect their own family and prevent justice. And we live in a world where people could give somebody justice, but they won't give it because it comes with sacrificing their own flesh. It comes with sacrificing certain things. I told people a long time ago, in order to get justice, you must be willing to sacrifice. You must be willing to give in order to get. You can't get justice without giving something. You must give something. You must do something in order to get it. You must put something on the line in order to get that justice. You must put something on the line, and I don't give a damn who you is. You could be the most ignorant nigga in America. In order to get justice, you must be willing to give something. And if you're not willing to make that sacrifice to give something, then you will never find and never receive justice in America. And that's just what it is. Facts. What they say, it's not what you know, it's who you know, or who you talk to with knowledge. Best believe. And I have always told people, man. I have always told people from the beginning. I have always told people that, you know, I got relatives that's that work for the prosecution office, the prosecutor office. I got relatives that, you know what I mean, that work for the sheriff department. But you know, I don't never disclose who my relative is because it jeopardizes their job or whatsoever. And I never care about people knowing my last name because the simple fact is my relatives don't share my last name. So it'll become a blank end of the road looking for that information because we don't share the same last name. But I've been warning people, I've been told people or whatsoever. I'm one of the people that decided to be in the streets and break the laws and do this and do that, when if I had an opportunity to turn it all the way around, I probably would have never been in the streets from day one. It's too many ways to get money out here, too many ways to get paid. It's too many good jobs and opportunity out here. It's too many places in the world that you can go to and see and live life. And certain things in life could hinder you from seeing that or going to them places. So it's a lot of things that if I had the opportunity to change and correct, I probably would have. You know what I mean? Because as you get older, you become wiser and you start learning more and you start realizing like, damn, man, if I should have just waited. I shouldn't have moved so fast. Patience. And I learned a long time ago that life is chess. So you got to have patience. Life is chess when it comes to dealing with people. And sometimes when dealing with criminals or crooks or scammers, you got to have patience. You got to have patience. You know what I mean? They be the ones that are always rushing. So one thing about it is that when people start lying, they got to find another lie to support their lie. When people are telling the truth in fights or whatsoever, they pretty much going to stay saying the same damn thing. Until something else come that, know what I mean, that support what they saying. They just not going to be come up, bump. They ain't going to be doing all that shit though. It's pointless. It's pointless. I told people the other day, man, I got a whole team. I got a team that they willing to give y'all $500 a piece if y'all could have brought anything that could discredit what I have already posted, that I have put a FIC on. Anything I have put a timestamp on. Anything that I have put a timestamp on. And you got my words. and you got something to contradict my words, I gave the world days to bring that. Bring that document, bring it. And my team is gonna send you $500. I had strangers willing to send y'all money, send y'all anything. Hell, they would have paid y'all cardinal. Somebody inboxed me last night and said they got $500 if one of y'all could bring something and take what I posted, my videos, my lives, and then post the evidence that go against it or contradict it or whatsoever after it's been cross-checked. Because we all going to check it together. We all going to cross-examine it together. We all going to evaluate it together on live. We won't do it silence or behind each other's back. We will all fight check together. 2 phones, 3 phones, 4 phones, however phone, laptops it take. We're going to cross-examine it and make sure it was authentic. But even then, with days, nobody brought anything. Nobody. Even the bed bugs that so-called claim what they say about Polo. Well, you say all this about Polo, but what can you bring? What have you brought? What evidence have you presented against any live I have posted? What have you gave? Absolutely nothing. So I don't care about you running and criticizing me in the comments. Bitch, I want you to bring some evidence. Bring some proof. I want you to bring it. I want you to bring it. I want you to stand on business. I want you to bring it. I'm begging y'all, the world, please, if you got it, post it. Take my words, my videos, and tag them together. Post it. Y'all be blessed. Remember, man, watch what you consume, man.